Imagine the world ends tomorrow. How does that make you feel? Intrigued, afraid, or perhaps indifferent? Throughout history, cultures and faiths have been captivated by the idea of an apocalypse, a cataclysmic event signaling the end of the world. This universal theme has intrigued the likes of Carl Jung, who saw the apocalypse as an archetype transcending religious boundaries. Think of an archetype as a preformed image or concept, existing in our collective unconscious. The apocalypse archetype, for instance, doesn't just bring to mind images of destruction, it also triggers deep-seated associations of judgment and renewal. It's not about aimless devastation, but rather a purposeful transformation. Perhaps our fascination with the apocalypse isn't just about the thrill of disaster, it might be an intrinsic part of us, a reflection of our collective unconscious, an intriguing thought, isn't it? So our intrigue with the end of the world might be deeply rooted within us, not just a fascination with disaster. Let's travel back in time to the year 1033, a year filled with apocalyptic anticipation. As the millennium since Jesus' crucifixion approached, the collective psyche was brimming with millennial expectations. The Book of Revelation, with its mention of a 1,000-year reign of Christ, fueled these beliefs, stirring fears of an impending doomsday or significant upheaval. The spring of 1033 brought with it unusual weather patterns, which only heightened these anxieties. People began to attribute these natural phenomena to the millennial significance of the year, a classic case of confirmation bias at play. The anticipation of momentous events on the 1,000th anniversary led individuals to interpret even the most mundane occurrences as signs of impending doom. This wave of millennial expectation washed over Europe, leaving behind a profound cultural impact. It sowed seeds of fear and uncertainty, with some preparing for the end times, while others sought solace in spirituality or guidance from religious leaders. The world, however, did not end in 1033, but this episode serves as a clear example of how cultural beliefs and religious expectations can shape human behavior, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Even though the world did not end, the year 1033 stands as a testament to the power of belief and anticipation. Now, what if we could induce apocalyptic experiences? What if technology could trigger mass hallucinations filled with end-of-the-world imagery? Picture this, a future where technological advancements, such as hypnotic conditioning or brain hemisphere synchronization, could potentially stimulate our collective unconscious, unearthing those primal apocalyptic images that Carl Jung spoke of. Consider various groups across the globe today, all expecting significant transformative events. AI proponents and critics, religious fundamentalists, ufologists, e-accelerationists, they all anticipate the arrival of something pivotal to their beliefs or ideologies. Now imagine if we could induce apocalyptic hallucinations in these groups. It could echo the self-fulfilling prophecy phenomenon we observed in the year 1033, where millennial expectations and fear of the apocalypse shaped perceptions and behaviors. But this speculative scenario isn't without its ethical dilemmas. The potential to manipulate beliefs and perceptions raises significant philosophical questions. If we blur the lines between perception and induced experience, are we infringing upon the sanctity of personal belief systems? What is the role of technology in shaping our realities? And is there a risk of creating a false apocalypse driven by the power of collective belief and technologically induced experiences? While this remains speculation, it opens the door to profound questions about belief, technology, and reality. From the historical to the hypothetical, the fascination with the apocalypse runs deep. This universal theme, as Carl Jung observed, transcends religious boundaries and taps into our collective unconscious. It stirs images of judgment, destruction, and renewal, revealing our primal fears and hopes. Historically, the year 1033 stands as a testament to the power of such beliefs. As the millennium since Jesus' crucifixion approached, apocalyptic expectations gripped people, shaping behaviors and influencing perceptions. This episode is not an isolated incident, but a manifestation of a pattern deeply ingrained in our psyche. Looking forward, speculations abound about the potential role of technology in inducing apocalyptic experiences. Can hypnotic conditioning or brain hemisphere synchronization trigger mass hallucinations of an apocalypse? If so, could we see a repetition of the 1033 phenomenon, where belief systems create a self-fulfilling prophecy scenario? So, as we ponder the end of the world, we might also be contemplating our deepest fears, beliefs, and the very fabric of our collective unconscious.